Should you get an MIS degree or a Management Information Systems degree in the year 2026? This one comes with a bunch of caveats. This is a degree that I have personally, and there's a few things I want to go over before I really recommend this and say you should or shouldn't get the degree. I would say it highly varies in the program, and what you're willing to spend and how far you're willing to go to get it. I think in my program, it was pretty easy. I think the only real technical knowledge we learned was a little bit of SQL, and that's about it. That's the extent of it. So your mileage may vary from program to program. The one I was in wasn't very robust. It didn't teach you a whole lot. I know there are some programs out there that you actually obtain certifications, like you get your CCNA, maybe your CompTIA trifecta while you're in the program. I think that might be a little bit of a better route to go. I know with mine specifically, I think the biggest value add for it is the networking piece of it when you're in college and just building up your contacts. I would actually place emphasis on that. I know a lot of MIS programs aren't really all that strong technically, so networking is probably your best bet on lining up getting those contacts to line up a good job once you get out. I would also focus heavily on internships would be another one. And specifically paid internships. I know I worked a couple when I was doing my degree, and those definitely helped out a lot and kind of helped fill out the gaps. As with anything, most of the experience you're going to get is from on the job learning, on the job training. So I wouldn't put too much stock into it. I know with the MIS degree, the job outlook is actually pretty good, and it's one of the better degrees you can get, in my opinion. Granted, you have a good program. And so when I was getting mine, I was lucky enough to go through school with the post 9/11 GI Bill, so I didn't actually pay out of pocket for it. But you really want to do your research and make sure you pick out a strong program before starting. Alternatively, you can kind of just skip getting your degree altogether and just go for, like, I don't know, a CCNA or something, and a few other certs to pad out your resume, and you might almost come out with almost an equal outcome. But honestly, it will get you past all the HR check boxes, which, in its own way, that's kind of invaluable. Looking at the starting salaries for some of the jobs you could get when you graduate, they're pretty decent. I think the average starting salary is like 60, 70,000, which, I mean, isn't too bad. It's not the best, but it definitely could be worse. When you first get out of college, you're probably going to get a job like, a junior analyst role of some sort. Worst case scenario, you start on a desktop support role or a help desk role. But it really all depends. My program's specifically focused on database administration and SQL. Like I said, that's really all it focused on. However, the program was ill-equipped, to get you any kind of job like a DBA or something like that, or even a junior DBA. As a lot of those roles take a lot of hands-on experience and knowledge. But with that being said, I think it still could be a good path for you if you're thinking about getting it. Like I said, definitely do your research on the program before you get into it. Make sure that the school you choose is reputable and is known for having a good MIS program. When you look at MIS versus CS, MIS is definitely the far easier path. And I think the ROI might not be as good, but it's still pretty strong as far as degrees you could get. But yeah, there's a lot of different specialties within MIS, so choose accordingly. So my verdict on this is it really all depends. It depends on you. It depends on what you're looking for. If you're going to college anyways and you value that experience and you want to do the networking and you want to do a lot of good projects and do the internships, then I think getting an MIS degree might be worth it for you, as opposed to just trying to break into IT without one. But definitely, if you're going to go down this path, like I said, definitely choose wisely and make sure you put in the work outside of all the classes you're doing. If I had to go back personally, I didn't have the post 9/11 GI Bill. I honestly probably wouldn't have gone for that degree per se. I probably would have just gone the cert path and got my CCNA and probably my CompTIA certifications as well as some of the AWS ones. But all in all, it's definitely not a bad route to go if you want to go that way. I've got a lot of good videos coming up, so please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely comment if you have any questions about the degree. I'd be more than happy to answer them in the comment section down below. And yeah, hopefully you guys have a great day, and hopefully this video helped a little bit.